So today I got a really quick share. I just want to walk through a pretty awesome example of Hormozi's $100 million offers slash leads actually being applied pretty well, in my opinion, to e-commerce, DTC e-commerce. So let's take a look. So I've got the website loveandfaith.life pulled up right now. and they seem to be doing pretty well. They launched in 2019, I think, maybe 2018. Similar Web is showing that they get a fair amount of traffic, 1.7 million visits averaged over the last 3 months. So pretty healthy numbers, um, probably in the 8 figures, if not 9. So I love it. They're under the radar, at least potentially in some circles. And yeah, just want to walk through the magic that's happening here. So I'm going to add one of these items to cart. So add this shirt here. It's $20, adding it to cart. And they've got a cart slider here that shows up. And this is where the magic happens, in my opinion, that I'm, excited about. So they've got the membership upsell here. And the way that it's been structured and organized is very smart. So if you look at the math, right? If you're buying one shirt, it's $20. Now, if you add a membership, it costs you $10, but you save 50 to 80% on every order. So what happens is immediately when you add this membership, you actually save $10 off of the shirt, and then you're getting charged $9.95 for the membership. So right away you're saving like 5 cents, but that's not where the magic is. The cool thing here is that as a customer, you are actually not really feeling like you're having to pay more for the membership, because previously, if I was going to check out with the shirt anyway, it would have cost me $20 regardless, right? Plus shipping. And if I added membership, I'm paying basically the same amount. But now as a customer, I am guaranteed that if I want to buy something tomorrow, next week, by the end of the month, next month, that I've locked in 50% off pricing forever, right? As long as I'm paying this membership. So without having to pay anything more, I've essentially been able to save 50% on all of my orders, which is pretty cool. The other thing that I really like about this offer is that it's a win-win for the customer when it comes to them saving on their current orders and their future orders, but also it's helping the business. It adds a recurring revenue stream to a product that is semi-consumable, right? Apparel, it's not the same as a consumable or a traditional subscription business. But when you add a membership like this, what's really interesting is you add that recurring revenue element, which is really helpful when it comes to increasing the value of the business. So subscription businesses, to my knowledge, they sell for a higher multiple than businesses that don't have subscription revenue. So this is a really clever way to add in subscription revenue while providing a great offer to customers and having them win while you win. The other thing that's really cool about this offer is that the cost of the membership, and let me just add it to cart and then we can go to the actual PDP for it. What I like about the way it's structured is the pricing is actually sort of in that zone that I would subjectively consider it being in that zone of like Netflix, Apple Music, Spotify, where it's like, okay, it's $9.95 a month. When I see it on my credit card bills or my debit card bills every month, it's like, oh, I didn't use it to its full potential this month, but it's only $10. So like, I'll probably make use of it next month a little more. Or in one month where I'm really loading up my cart and buying a whole bunch from the brand, I might feel like I've already saved a whole bunch of money. So then when I'm continuing to be on the membership, but not maximizing it every single month, I might, as a customer, be like, that's all right. So I really like the pricing here, and where it sits in the zone of being something where I urgently have to get it off of my credit card bill versus something that is maybe a little bit more palatable for being there, even if I'm not maximizing its use every single month, which is really beneficial for the business when it comes to extra margin, especially because at these price points, they're probably going pretty wide in the growing their customer base. So they've got a lot of that going wide instead of going really deep on a smaller number of customers. So if you like this model, I think there's a few things that you've got to be mindful of, and we are testing something like this after seeing this. One of the things is to measure your cohorts. So on the cohorts that do take you up on the membership, what we're going to want to do is measure how valuable they are over time when it comes to contribution margin generated. So the contribution margin generated by these cohorts that do take up the membership, they need to either match or exceed what other cohorts would produce that aren't taking the membership. So because we are lowering prices by 50% on all future orders, we've got to be very careful in ensuring that we're not just giving away margin for the sake of $10 a month worth of subscription. Because if people don't hang on for, let's say, 3 months and they churn before that, and we're losing, $50 of margin on every order, then it's not going to work out for us. So that's something that we're going to be paying a lot of attention to. And the second thing that is, I think it logically seems to make sense, but I think in application, it might not turn out this way, is this point here on, it being a pretty low ticket order value. Does it lead to lower value customers? That's something that I've seen people say, but I don't know if it actually reveals itself in practice, and we'll find out. An example of a brand that does pretty well with a lower ticket offer and a lower AOV offer that sort of crushes that assumption is this brand over here, Purdy and Fig. So right now, I think they're on pace for this year to be doing, I think, 17 million pounds this year. And then next year, based on the cohorts of subscription customers that they're bringing in, they're forecasted for 50 million pounds next year, which is like 70 million US dollars. And what's really interesting is they are low AOV and they're also not first over profitable. I think their AOV is something like 17 pounds or something like that, 20 something bucks US dollars. So it's not very high. However, 70% of the customers who take them up on their starter kit, they stay on for the next quarter, which is really cool. So that's one of the other things to be mindful of when it comes to, this being a lower ticket offer. Are you getting quote unquote lower quality customers? I don't know, but it'll be interesting to find out. We've started testing this already. And what was interesting was the first day that we launched it, we had a pretty good influx of people taking us up on the membership. However, ever since then, it's gotten pretty quiet where we still are getting new memberships every day, but it's not as robust as that first day. And so we're tweaking the copy, we're tweaking the way we're positioning the offer, and we're also tweaking where it is in the user experience that they're seeing it. Because we're actually not working with the slider type of cart. We actually bring people over to the cart instead. So yeah, we're playing around with it and we're excited to see how this looks, or how it performs rather. But yeah, this was one of the first offers that I've seen in a very long time that was a pretty good application of the $100 million offer concept. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this and we'll see you in the next one.